Mike Waring, alias the Falcon. Working for Uncle Sam, I hang my hat in many cities, but Chicago's one of my favorites. Here in the heart of the city, traffic moves on broad boulevards, and the percentage of law violators is low. Of course, sometimes in the back streets and alleys, it's different. Occasionally, there's somebody out to raise the odds. And when they do, somebody cashes in. The wrong way. William Carter, age 34, length of service with the department, 6 years.
He was one of our best men. Here, Mike. Read the autopsy report.
Multiple bruises, cause of death, fracture of the skull. That car must have hit him pretty hard.
Not only hard, but too many times.
I'm afraid I don't get you.
We think Bill was murdered.
What?
I'll spell it out for you. He was getting evidence on a syndicate operating hundreds of illegal stills and dealing in counterfeit United States Internal Revenue tax stamps.
As I know, your report said it was a $20 million a year racket.
2 nights ago, Bill phoned me that he was on his way in with the details of their distribution setup. And with that information, I could have broken the racket. But there was just one little flaw.
What was that?
Bill never made it.
Joe, I know how you feel. I certainly don't envy you your job.
And I don't envy you yours.
Mine? Why?
You're going to pick up the pieces from where Bill left off.
To help me pick up the pieces, Murdoch gave me the stuff I needed. And that night, I dropped into a bar that Bill Carter had been casing. What's your name, pal?
Lou?
Mine's Wilson. Mike Wilson. You're going to see a lot of me around here.
Yeah, good. Just moving the neighborhood?
Yeah, I moved into that flea bag hotel across the street.
Oh, the Excelsior.
Yeah, they put me in room 203, I think it is. Windows go out onto the alley. I need a lot of light for my work.
What line you in?
I'm a photo engraver. Tell me, what do you get for that?
35 cents a slug.
Is that all?
Well, it ain't bonded.
Well, you got the wrong kind of stamp. I can show you how you can get 65 for that. Let me have it. Turn around.
Hey, what goes on here?
Go ahead, turn around. Now it's bonded. You can get 65.
Where'd you get that stamp?
Oh, it's just a little sample of my work.
I do that. You can get 20 years for peddling these.
Oh, please cut it out. I just made up a few for laughs.
Well, you sure fooled me with this one. And I handle them all day long.
Stop flattering me, will you, Lou? You give me a swell head. See you around, Joe.
So long.
After baiting the trap, there was nothing to do but go back to my hotel room and wait for results. They weren't long in coming. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
That's right. Who wants him?
This is Andre, the mandolin. I am happy to confirm your reservation for dinner tonight, sir.
Wait a minute. I think you've got the wrong Wilson. There must be some mistake.
Oh, but there hasn't, sir. I have your message right in front of me. Mike Wilson, Excelsior Hotel. Tonight, secluded table for 2. I'll be disappointed if you don't come, sir.
You know, I might be a little disappointed myself if I don't show up.
Then we can expect you?
Yes, providing you tell me 2 things. What time did I order the table for?
10 o'clock, sir. What else did you want to know, sir?
How do I find this place?
Lincoln and 28. I think if you look outside of your window, you will see a taxi waiting outside of your hotel for you, sir.
You know something, Andre?
What is it, sir?
I'm not even going to look. That's how much I believe you. Well, I didn't miss a thing, did I?
The flowers was my idea, sir. Ah, here's your guest.
Mike, you darling. That's so you won't scold me for being late. Andre, I'm dying of thirst.
Wait away, madame. Won't you sit down, sir?
Yes, yes, I think I'd better.
Michael, you're angry with me. You're so cold. You act as if you didn't even remember my name.
Well, you do that once more, and I won't even remember my own.
Admit me, please.
Oh, Andre, you're a darling.
Thank you.
Michael, a toast. The one that means so much to us. Will you say it?
Well, I like it better when you say it.
To what might have been, It still could be.
Let's come off of it, Angel. What's this all about?
Why, darling, you asked me for this date an hour after you met me.
Look, lady, I don't know what this is all about, but I certainly know that you arranged all this. I don't mind walking on clouds. I like to know where I'm going. I like...
I think he's beginning to come out of it.
Good, good.
Come on, wake up, Mike. Come on.
Sit him up. We'll give him some of that black coffee.
Come on, sit up, Mike. Come on. Come on. There.
Oh.
There.
What's the idea?
Here, make him take a few swallows of that.
Who's this guy?
You just drink this coffee, and then I'll tell you.
Oh, fine, fine. That'll do the trick.
Well, that's much better. For a little while, you had us worried.
Hey, what is this anyway? 1 minute you give me a Mickey, the next minute sympathy. What goes on here?
Well, I hope you'll bear with us, Mike, but we had to be sure
Of what?
that you were what you represented yourself to be.
We went through your wallet, Mike, and found out that you really are Mike Wilson.
We found something else that interested us very much.
$20 bill, I suppose.
Something worth many times the value of a $20 bill. A sample of your work. A strip of counterfeit Internal Revenue tax stamps.
What are you two, the law?
Relax, Mike. This is my brother, Charles. He might well turn out to be your benefactor.
So I represent a company that might be interested in your merchandise.
Look, mister, don't get any false notions. I don't do business with office help. I only talk to the head man.
Perhaps that can be arranged. Are you a stranger to the city?
I can find my way around.
Good. Now, tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock, I want you to take your samples to the print shop at this address, 91 River Street. Contact a man named Nicky Nickerson.
Do you know where that is?
The cab driver will. Mr. Nickerson?
That's right. What can I do for you?
I'm Mike. Mr. Magley sent me.
Back room. Okay, let's see what you've got.
Sure. Who's this guy?
Oh, he's all right. He's a friend of mine.
So you're the photo engraver, huh?
That's what the card said.
I'm Bolo Henry. You don't have to spar with me, Mike.
No offense, but I've got to be careful.
We like it that way, too. Okay, let's see what you've got.
That's nice work. It ought to be. It took me 6 months to make the plates.
What do you think, Nick?
I've seen better, but it'll do.
How about the plates?
I can get them, but let's talk dough first.
I'm listening.
So am I. The voice I want to hear is that of the boss.
What, you got a hole in your head or something?
You think we'd bother him about a phony stamp? Here, take it. For a sheet and scratch man, you talk too big. We make better ones anyway.
Okay, if that's the way you see it.
Wait a minute. How soon can you get them plates?
As soon as your boss wants to see them.
Have them here tonight at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Use a side door just off the alley.
Okay.
In the meantime, you better leave the sample. I'll have a lot of arguing to do.
You're wasting your breath.
Oh.
If your boss sees that stamp, it'll do the talking for itself.
What a piece of luck. Did you ever see such beautiful work in your life? I'd swear that was the real McCoy.
It is.
What do you mean?
Tell you, this is a real thing. Ink, paper, design. I ought to know. This came right out of the Internal Revenue Office.
And this guy's been trying to sell us a bill of goods.
I don't know. I'm sure gonna find out.
Hello.
Hello, Mike. This is Charles Magley. Are you alone?
Why?
I've got to see you right away.
Well, come on up. The door's easy to open. At least somebody else found it that way.
I can't come to your room. Can you meet me in the alley behind your hotel in about 10 minutes?
Wait a minute, I don't get it. Why don't you meet me in the lobby?
I don't dare, Mike. Something's gone sour. I've got to see you.
It's for your own good.
All right, I'll meet you at the service entrance in 10 minutes.
Mike?
It's all right. There's nobody in the alley. I've cased it.
Mike, I've got some bad news for you. Let's get out of this doorway.
Hey, what is this? What's going on?
Well, you gave Nickerson some revenue tax stamps, didn't you?
Wasn't I supposed to?
Well, sure, but Nickerson found out they were the real thing.
So what?
Well, it made the boys suspicious. They think you're a federal agent.
Look, mister, let them play it their way and I'll play it mine. Certainly those stamps were real. Why shouldn't they be? I've got government plates.
You have?
And I've also got government ink and government paper. But there's one more thing I want you to tell your boss.
What's that?
If this is the way he's going to play the game, I want out. I can do business with an outfit down south, and they won't feed me knockout drops or tear up my room trying to get answers to questions either.
Mike, take it easy. What a temper. I think I can smooth the whole thing out.
How?
Well, I'll talk to the boss personally. Now, there's just one thing, though.
What's that?
He's going to want to see those plates. Do you have them conveniently at hand?
Why?
Well, I can take them to the boss and put an end to this nonsense.
Oh, brother, you must think I'm a real lardhead.
On the contrary, I consider you a friend of mine. Well, I think I've proved that, exposing myself to danger this way.
You wouldn't be attempting a little double cross, would you, mister?
Mike, well, that's almost insulting.
Look out. Hello, desk. Get an ambulance over here, will you, please? There's a man been run over in the alley. Who is it?
Jan Magley.
What are you doing here?
Mike, don't be angry with me. I've come to help you. You're in danger.
So is somebody else, your brother.
Charles?
He came to warn me and was run over by an automobile in the alley.
Oh, no.
Try to get a grip on yourself. There's more to tell.
He's dead?
I don't know. I rushed up here to call an ambulance. When I looked out the window, your brother was gone.
I don't believe it.
Go look out the window for yourself. You'll see his hat still there.
Oh, Mike. I told him to get out of the syndicate. He never belonged in it in the first place. Why isn't he down there? What do you suppose happened to him?
Well, whoever ran over him came back and picked him up, that's for sure. Look, why don't you come clean with me and tell me who's the head of the syndicate?
I really don't know. Charles never would say.
Well, he must have told you something about the racket. Otherwise, why would you have helped him rope me in?
Well, naturally, I knew what they were doing. They have hundreds of illegal stills making alcohol for them. They bottle it here in the city and then send it out all over the country.
Have they got a warehouse?
Well, they have lots of them, but I don't know where they are. All I know is where they keep their trucks and equipment and... Wait a minute. If they are holding Charles, that's where they'd be.
What do you mean by that?
Because they have a hideout in front of the place.
What's the address?
91 River Street. It's a print shop. Do you think you could find it?
With my eyes closed. It's locked.
If we could get into the garage, we could take the key away from the watchman.
Let's go. You ring the bell.
Why, hello, Miss Magley. I was...
Step back, mister.
What is this, a hijack?
It'll be worse than that if you don't kick in with some answers. Where is everybody?
Nobody's here, mister. Honestly.
Where's my brother?
I don't know. I just told you, there ain't nobody here yet.
Where can we lock this bird up?
Well, the stockroom's as good a place as any.
Move.
Give me your key, Shorty.
Get in there. And listen, mister. If you make any noise, I'm going to come back and give you real trouble.
Don't worry, mister. I ain't looking for trouble.
Mike, look. All loaded and ready to roll.
Not tonight, they're not, Angel. Where's the telephone?
Why? What are you going to do?
I'm going to ring down the curtain on this little act. There's a phone in here in the printing office.
Then you are a federal agent after all.
Look, sister, you can play it two ways. You can either help me break up this gang of killers and crooks, or you can turn me over to them. Then maybe you'll never find your brother. Now, what's it going to be? Make up your mind.
Come on, we'll hide behind the truck.
If he's sleeping, I'll kick his teeth in. That'll wake him up.
What's the matter, Bogle?
Shorty, don't answer the bell.
Yeah, I got a key. Shorty. Shorty! Suppose something's up?
I don't know. With 100 grand worth of stuff in those trucks, I ain't taking no chances. You boys better look around.
Mike, listen, this truck is loaded with cans of alcohol. What if a fire starts? Mike, we can't get out of here. We're trapped.
Okay, Bolo. Hold it.
All right, toss out your gun and come around with your hands up. So it's the photo engraver, huh?
I told you from the start he was a phony.
Bolo, you can believe us or not, but we came here looking for my brother.
The boss ain't gonna like the company you're in, Jan. You're gonna find that out.
He's due here any minute now.
What's the matter? Doesn't he trust you boys on moving night? That's it, huh?
Take him to the shop, Nick. In another couple of minutes, you're not gonna feel like talking smart.
All right, come on. Start walking.
All right, boys, get ready to roll.
Well, you might as well sit down. You're not going to enjoy the comfort much longer.
If you'd have come 10 minutes later, it could have said the same thing to you.
Bolo, I've always been your friend. Have you or the boys done anything to my brother?
Jan, how can you even ask me that? You know how much we all think of him.
Yeah. You think so much of him, you ran him down with an automobile. That must be the boss. Let him in, Bolo.
Good evening, everybody.
Charles, I don't believe it.
All right, Jan. We'll discuss it later. Right now, I have an apology to make to our guest. Mike, I hope you'll bear with me for staging that accident in the alley.
What's your angle? I don't get it.
Oh, I'll explain in a second. Excuse me. Bolo, you and Nicky get the truck started, and then come back here. I want you to take Mike for a little ride in the country. You better take this.
Charles, you're insane. That other federal man, you had him killed too, didn't you?
Now, Jan, don't make me get impatient with you. Business is business.
But that phony accident, why did you go to all that trouble?
It was quite simple. When you gave Nicky those authentic government tax stamps, I knew you were a federal agent.
Then why didn't you kill me the way you did Agent Bill Carter?
Well, with the big shipment of alcohol leaving here this evening, your disappearance this afternoon would have put the heat on too soon.
Meanwhile, you don't know what kind of reports I might have been phoning in.
Exactly. I didn't know whether you had me spotted for the head man or not. So before your very eyes, I arranged to have myself eliminated from all suspicion. I hope you'll bear with me a few minutes more. And then the boys will see to it that you get some nice, fresh country air.
Charles.
Yes?
I'm going to change your plans.
Look here, Jan. You've helped me too often in the past to try to pull a thing like this now.
You've talked me into a lot of things, but murder isn't one of them. Mike, you said you wanted to make a phone call.
Hello, Murdoch. This is Mike. Look, block out the entire area around 91 River Street. Yeah, and pick up 3 trucks covered with brown tarpaulins.
Well, Mike, you certainly wrapped that one up nicely.
Thanks, Joe.
It was decent of you, too, giving that girl a break in your testimony.
Oh, it's just one of my good days.
Hello? Yes? Oh, just a minute. It's for you. A fellow by the name of Andre wants to confirm your reservation for dinner tonight at the Mandolin.
Well, tell him that my girlfriend is busy. I'll call him back.
Oh, when?
5 or 10 years.